everyone, I am Ney Batista, and today we are going to talk about very interesting things for 2025. If you made this far, congratulations, you are a true hero and you had survived one of the most difficult times in recent economy and maybe the last 100 years. So just to start, 2025, after the result of the elections in USA, make us just bring back the tools we used to have in 2017 to 2021. Because for the first time in history, we start to have leaders that they may not have the same values as you. And one of them is say things that are not actually true. And by doing that, these authorities make you confused about things, make you doubt about things. And I remember that back in that time, was very difficult in the beginning, but later on we figure out better ways. And that is what I would like to talk in this video in every way. We are going to need better filters, that's for sure. Because it's well known that once you are exposed to a big amount of information, you have something that is called information overload. By having that, first of all, your brain power, your decision-making power dumps down. Second, you start to have mixed feelings. And third, you make bad decisions. And now is exactly the moment to do not make bad decisions for yourself, for your family, for people that is important for you. And in order to do that, you are going to need better filters, and not only that. You are going to have more resilience that you need to build up to do not just follow the trends and the roller coaster of emotions and things that comes with what you had heard. Why I'm saying all of that? Because one thing is what a person that is authority in one of the most powerful countries on the planet says, and another thing is what this person is actually doing, what is effective, what is taking place. Those are two totally different things. So while you are busy with the things that is already known to not be true, or they are absurd, or they are whatever to get you distracted, something else is happening, taking place, and you're not watching that. And that may not benefit you in any case. If you are a person who live by your work, you better watch out. Moving forward, by having better filters, you also need to improve your resilience, as I had mentioned. And by that is exactly basing yourself in facts, basing yourself in what is happening, not basing yourself in assumptions or gossips or whatever the news are broadcasting, because the news are going to get wild, very wild. And if you would like to keep yourself informed, I'm sure there are plenty of platforms out there that today they provided a service where you can not only compare the difference of information from different medias, but you can also have what is true, what is not. I understand you are a busy person, you cannot just keep checking facts all the time. And this leads us to something else. As we notice, the social networks and the companies and enterprises around the world, they are also aligning with the current government because they just don't want this kind of problem. And in order to do that, they are also removing the fast check and other things that they used to have to eliminate or at least decrease the harm that fake news can bring you. So protect yourself, protect your family and things and people that are important for your life, because it's going to be very wild the next 4 years and will be very bumpy if you do not develop your resilience, if you do not have your filters, and if you do not base it yourself in what is exactly happening, what's the reality, instead of all of the news that are very catastrophic just happening around the board. The another thing that I would like to mention is about the labor work, right? I have been working with a lot of people, and I had coached over 28 persons by the last year in 2024. I follow and I felt some trends on these persons, so I would like to address this here. Most of the persons that I worked with, they are just like you and I and everyone else. They have a huge amount of uncertainty. They do not know what is coming next. And actually, no one knows. And it's important for us to face it. We do not know exactly what is happening to the market. We do not know exactly what is happening to the economy, but we can feel it. We have the facts on our side, as I just mentioned in the previous topic. So you already know better than anyone that someone you know, someone is close to you, or even yourself are looking for a new role. When we see the data that is broadcasted and even the boreal of labor, we do not see that reflected. And that is very simple. Actually, if you take a look, you are going to see that the methodology used right now to define a person as unemployed or not has changed over the years. So right now, the labor of Bolero defined as unemployed someone that is not even looking for a job and do not have income. If you are, as we understand, looking for a new role and you do not have a source of income right now, you are considered employed by the Bureau of Labor. So pay attention, because this is not the only methodology that had changed over time. We can also check the methodology for inflation that have changed widely. So while the government says that the inflation right now is 3.7% or whatever percent, it may be a bit more than that. However, the methodology that we use today is showing this data. And then you see all of these things happening and why is so disconnected the information that we have with what you can see ourselves, we can check ourselves. The thing that I would like to share about the persons that I had worked with and coached them is that it's important for you to handle in a better way the level of uncertainty. And to do that, we have things that the human beings use for over 2000 years. Some of them are even older than that. And on the top of that, you really need to take care of your well-being. And more than anything else, spend time with people that are important for you, get to know new people, do all of those things. Because right now, LinkedIn is not anymore a place to find a work. It's actually a social network. The main thing is that LinkedIn is not doing what it meant to do. There are other platforms out there you can may try, you can may give a shot. However, the most important thing is do not rely on them. It's not working, and this data is already public. You can search and you can find it out and you can understand better. And more than that, you may notice that the best chances you can get is if you know someone. Also, if you are applying into the company website, those things are not outstanding. It's not a edge, it's not a hack. It's just a more straightforward way of doing things. And of course, I trust that you are improving yourself, you are getting to know new things, you are getting to know new people, you are acquiring new skills. Because right now, things are very complicated and we still not seeing them getting better. Why? Because we are passing through a revolution right now. The last revolution was the information revolution, was quite recent, where most of people moved to IT, which is not a problem, is more than welcome. IT needs all of it. However, recently, in the last 2 years or so, things have changed drastically when companies start to lay off people straight away and those jobs never back. It means that we are having more and heavier automation. AI is out there, however, is not a reality. It will take a while until this becomes something useful. However, we do have some automation tools that are out there for 5, even 10 years, and they do a good job, and they also do a lot of very interesting integrations, and you may like to know them because this will power you up. You are going to get to know things that you pretty much no need code. You may need logic. The step A, step B, step C. This may be extremely handy. I brought here a graph that you can also take a look. So when we are talking about the companies that have been laying off, it's very important for you to make your decision over it. But before that, let's try to understand one thing that we usually do not see so clearly. The peak of the layoffs was around 478,000, around that. And the bottom was around 163. That is about 55% decline. However, if you take 163,000 and move back to 478,000, 293%, nearly 3 times more. The main thing is to go up is way harder to go down. And that you know better than anyone. Those are the things that I would like to share. I would like to thank you for watching this video and more follow up for new content and things that we are building up here. I wish you all the best in 2025. Thank you.